The greatest villain of our generation, people. The greatest villain of any generation, matter of fact. A guy that millions upon millions of people despise, but can't do anything about it. A man that has defeated the heroes of millions of people. A man that has went into the house of other people and defeated them in front of people that believed in them. Your hero, he has defeated on his way to victory 3 times. Back to back, as a matter of fact. This man is the most despised, the most disliked villain that we have ever witnessed. He has stopped legendary runs dead in their tracks. The guy that you root for, that you believe in, he made look mediocre. The guy that you thought was superhuman and a superstar, he made look mediocre. When your favorite player, your favorite quarterback goes against him, he just looks regular. He doesn't look like the Pro Bowler, the All-Pro, the MVP, the first teamer. None of those things are visible in the flesh when Patrick Mahomes, the greatest villain ever, faces up against him. Think about it, people. Buffalo, New York, Miami, Florida, Las Vegas, Nevada, Los Angeles, California, Denver, Colorado, Cincinnati, Ohio, Baltimore, Maryland, San Francisco, California, Philadelphia. Come on. Come on, y'all. Every single one of them states, every single one of those cities within those states despise this man. Every single one of those cities and states I just named have millions of people that'll never see a championship ring. They'll never see their team be victorious. Think about that. There's kids right now from all of those cities and states that I just named that's 10 years old right now, 12 years old right now. And do you know in their lifetime, they'll never see their team win a championship. They'll never see their team become victorious. And you know why? Because the greatest villain to ever walk this earth, Patrick Mahomes, is still playing. See, some things you got to just accept in life. Some things you got to just accept that it's fact. It's nothing you can do about it because the guy you're rooting for, that you want to defeat him, is just not good enough. He's not good enough to defeat him. Nor is the team. You can have, listen, we've seen teams with the most amazing defenses. San Francisco 49ers, Baltimore Ravens, powerhouse defenses, top 3 defenses. And they could do nothing against this man. They couldn't stop him. They couldn't get in his head. There was nothing they could do to make this man lose his powers, which is having a cannon for an arm, reading defenses at an efficient and above average level, at a hierarchy level. I'm talking about a man that is a dual threat quarterback. He can win with his hands. He can win with his feet. He's just that translucent. He's that good that he's seen two of the most amazing defenses. No, three of the most amazing defenses. Buffalo, New York, the Buffalo Bills. Baltimore, Maryland, the Baltimore Ravens. The San Francisco, California, the San Francisco 49ers. All elite defenses, people. And he ran through them like they were nothing. Pro Bowlers and all pros and potential Hall of Famers on all these teams. And he still ran through them like they were nothing. And here's the killer part. He did it with lesser talent on offense than they had on defense. But he's so good, they still couldn't stop him. See, that's how you know somebody is not normal. That's how you know when you're not talking about a normal human being. Because a lot of people play the quarterback position. We see the likes of a Derek Carr or a Trevor Lawrence. A lot of people play the quarterback position. But they just regular. It's nothing extraordinary about them. There's nothing transcendent about them. They just sometimes get the job done. Think about this, right? I want y'all to think about this. How many quarterbacks just recently got paid? Trevor Lawrence, Tua Tagovailoa. Think about this. These two guys received contracts of over $50 million a year. And Dak Prescott can potentially be a $60 million man with his upcoming contract. Kirk Cousins, coming off an Achilles injury, just got paid over $100 million. These guys will never win a ring. They don't have the talent to do it. And they got to go against Patrick Mahomes. He's still in the league. See, you know how when Jordan was dominating with the Bulls and nobody had fun, as they say, nobody had fun while Jordan was on top? 6 straight rings, defeated some of the best. Same thing with Patrick Mahomes. Look how many, I just named off 3, 4 bad quarterbacks or decent quarterbacks. See, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing that people don't talk about. All those quarterbacks I just named got paid huge contracts. But when you really think about it, and when you really look at Patrick Mahomes, what did they get paid for? I mean, as a fan of those teams, you have to really ask yourself, what did you pay them for? Why did you pay them? What was the reason that your team paid Kirk Cousins? What is the reason that your team paid Trevor Lawrence? What is the reason that Dak Prescott is going to be a $60 million a year quarterback? What is the reason that Tua Tagovailoa got paid $55 million plus, and he can't even perform in cold weather? Imagine paying somebody $55 million a year and they can't perform in cold weather because the weather's cold. We've seen Patrick Mahomes brave temperatures below zero. A hero in any weather. A superhero, a superhuman in any weather. Below zero temperatures, he still balls out. In the rain, he still balls out. In the scorching sun, he still balls out. In the snow, people, he still balls out. In the wind, there's no temperature, there's no weather condition that can stop him or prevent him from succeeding. So as a fan of one of these teams that's paying these quarterbacks, how do you really feel about that? That you just paid buku money to a person who will never get you to the promised land. A person that will never get you to the promised land. A person that will never scratch the door, get to the porch of a Super Bowl. How do you feel about that? To the fans of Baltimore, to the fans of San Francisco, to the fans of Buffalo, to the fans of Cincinnati, how does it feel knowing you have superstars on your team and you still will never win a ring? Think about Buffalo. Think about Cincinnati for a second, right? Cincinnati has Joe Burrow. Yeah, Joe Burrow. One of the best quarterbacks in the league right now, right? Joe Burrow. The Cincinnati Bengals have Joe Burrow, people. They have Jamar Chase. Oh my God, they have Jamar Chase. Think about this. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase played in college football together. They won a college championship together. Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow. Now they're on the Cincinnati Bengals together. Two superstars, people, on the offensive side of the ball. Don't forget about T. Higgins, another stout wide receiver. Don't forget about the defensive side of the ball with Trey Hendrickson. Like, come on, people, they have superstars on that team. And guess what? They'll never get you a ring. Because Patrick Mahomes is alive and well. Patrick Mahomes is healthy. Patrick Mahomes is in his prime. You know what's crazy about Patrick Mahomes? He didn't have to get to his prime. He started out in his prime. He didn't take 3 years to get good. He was good from the jump. Think about that, people. Patrick Mahomes didn't take 3 or 2 years to get good. He was good from the start. So his prime started when he started. Think about Buffalo. They had a superstar wide receiver in Stephon Diggs. He came and he went, people. He's no longer with Buffalo anymore. They still have Josh Allen, a superstar quarterback, but he's 0-5 against Patrick Mahomes. He can't beat him. They had an amazing defense. Superstar Pro Bowl caliber defense. It was stacked to the ceiling, that defense, that secondary, that defensive line, amazing. And guess what? It didn't matter how good that defense was. It didn't matter how good Josh Allen was. You know why? Because Patrick Mahomes did a number on him. Patrick Mahomes marched downfield on him. Patrick Mahomes took the life force out of those Buffalo fans. It must suck to know you got a superstar quarterback, a top 5, top 10 defense, and you still will never win a ring. You still will never win a championship. Think about the Baltimore Ravens fans, people. They got Lamar Jackson, 2-time MVP, first team All-Pro, Pro Bowler. They got Lamar freaking Jackson. They got Derrick Henry. They have some of the best defensive players you can imagine. I mean, think about that, people. They have some of the best defensive players you can imagine. Zay Flowers on offense. Mark Andrews on offense. All-Pro Mark Andrews. Hall of Fame coach John Harbaugh. I mean, they got it made. The Baltimore Ravens have it made. That team is amazing. That team is amazing, people. That Baltimore Ravens team is amazing. Lamar Jackson, Zay Flowers. I mean, come on, people. Marlon Humphrey, Mark Andrews, Kyle Hamilton, Roquan Smith. I mean, look at all these players they have that are amazing. Marcus Williams. I mean, they even got household names on the O-line. Ben Cleveland. Oh, man. Ronnie Stanley. Tyler Lindenbaum. Think about these names I'm naming, people. Listen to these names. They got it made. They have it made. And they still never win a ring. You know why? You know why? Because Patrick Mahomes still reigns supreme. Think about the San Francisco 49ers. I mean, think about the San Francisco 49ers. Think about how stacked that team is, people. I mean, think about how stacked that team is. Hall of Fame coach. Hall of Fame coach, potentially. A potential Hall of Fame coach. But think about the players they have. Brandon Ayuk, Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, Nick Bosa, Kyle Kuchek, Drake Greenlaw, Fred Warner, Noah Hufanga, Leonard Floyd. Think about all these players they got. Superstar players, Hall of Fame players. I mean, come on, people. Hall of Fame players. Javon Hargrave. Like, look at the list. Look how long the list goes of how many top players they have on that team. Trent Williams, Hall of Fame left tackle. And they'll never win a ring. Heck, they lost 2 times in the Super Bowl to Patrick Mahomes. You think they're going to beat them later on in the future? The greatest villain in professional football history, Patrick Mahomes. He stopped a lot of people from getting to the top. He stopped a lot of teams from succeeding. And if we look at the way things are going, the way things have gone, he's going to continue to stop people from succeeding. Patrick Mahomes, the greatest villain ever.